Chapter 9. A lone pickup truck sped down an empty road, passing by construction vehicles. Mike gripped the steering wheel as it drove. Stupid! Stupid! He snarled out. He glanced to the side of the passenger seat, and the suit of plate armor and sword laying there. Last year, Celestia had crafted Mike a suit of armor and sword in order for him to aid in their fight against T-Rex. It, like most of his and Megan's possessions, had survived tucked away in a storage warehouse during Neo-Equestria's invasion. Hadn't given much thought, but now was glad for it. Mike glanced left and right at the seemingly abandoned construction vehicles, some bearing the logo of the company he worked for. He lifted his foot off the truck's gas pedal and steered to the side of the road. "Isn't that right?" he mumbled. "The equipment shouldn't be abandoned like this." The truck slowed to a stop. Mike put it in park, grabbed his armor and sword, and strapped the former on it before exiting the vehicle. He looked around, sword held up in something resembling a ready position. "Gordon?" he shouted. "Maria? Gina? Anyone here?" "We're all here, Mike. Good for you to join us here in the street." Mike put his head out twice. He glanced slightly as he spotted an older man with dark skin, bald head and thick mustache. "Oh, Mr. Robinson," he said, lowering his sword. "Am I glad to slow you?" He said to the owner of the construction vehicle company he worked for. "What's going on? Where is everybody? And why are the vehicles left unattended like this?" A voice from behind drew Mike's attention. He spun around and spotted a younger woman with strawberry blonde hair, cut shoulder length. "We're seeing the people in the neighborhood. Gina Jefferson, one of Mike's co-workers, said. Her voice fell and rose with each word, each step that she took towards Mike. "Would you like to see the people in the neighborhood?" Mike took a step back every step Gina took forward. His hands twitched around the sword's handle. "Gina, darling, pardon me for asking. I know you can get a bit new age, but what the hell are you talking about?" Gina spread her arms out. "I baked some cookies for you, Mike. I baked enough cookies for the whole world." Mounds of dirt near bulldozer suddenly exploded. The flying claws turned to cookies in mid-flight. They flew around in circles before stopping a few seconds to flying right at Mike. Mike's eyes bugged out. "Oh, shit!" he shouted. He brought his shield up as the cookies flew at him, letting them batter against the enchanted metal. Each one that hit broke apart, falling to the ground and turning to dirt and grass. His sword slashed through the air, slicing apart cookies and changing them from cursed confectionery to their original forms. Gina gasped. "My cookies! You don't like my cookies!" Her mouth stretched out, puzzling wide, while her eyes spun around inside her sockets. "No one rejects my cookies!" Mike swallowed, took several steps back. He swung his shield between Gina and Gordon, eyes following suit. "Gina! Gina!" he shouted. "Snap out, kid. I don't know what happened to you, but you can fight!" Gordon spoke. "She's part of the street now, Mike. You'll be part of the street, too. You're not like us now, but you will be. One of these people here doesn't belong, but he'll belong with us." Mike stared at him for a few seconds. "Okay, you've gone crazy, got it." Motion just inside his peripheral vision caught his attention. He ducked and a few more cookies flew at him. "Okay, this is magic," he said as he spun about, sword swinging, "and it's pretty exciting." Mike's breath got in hits. "Son of a Discord!" He growled as he swung more flying cookies. "Gordon, Gina, you gotta find it somehow!" Gordon and Gina started walking towards Mike, their strides covering more distance than thought possible. "Why?" Gordon asked, quirking an eyebrow. "We're humans, Mike. We should work with discord. Chaos is our nature. We should embrace it, not fight it." Mike Sword said the man who has a spreadsheet for the Taxi Warriors. He glanced down at his sword and shield and armor, then Gina and Gordon. His eyes wandered around the construction site, knowing the clouds of dirt that was threatening him. Gear started turning his head. Okay, sword shield stop at their attacks, turning them back into whatever Gina started out with. And she hasn't been turning into what I struck back into those things. Mike brought his shield up, deflecting more attacks. "Quit, will you? I'm trying to think of a way to save you so I can get the mic in." He rolled his eyes and groaned. Stupid. Mike blinked, and Gina and Gordon were there, standing in front of him. Gina reached over her arms, then stretching out around Mike. "Megan!" she yelled. Her eyes began to bulge completely out of their sockets and spilled blue out of her mouth. She doesn't like my cookies either, does she? I'll show you, thou ungrateful. Mike brought his shield up and slanted full force into Gia's face. Blinding bright yellow light flashed in front of the point of impact as the young woman was sent flying. Don't you dare threaten my wife! He roared. Mike just swung his sword at Gorin, catching its possible with the flat of his blade. And this is just in case you're even thinking about it. Gina and Gorin were both tossed in the air, landing on the dirt with loud thuds. Gina stared up at the sky, eyes glassy. What? She groaned out, wincing. Gorin managed to land on less of a crumpled heap, but still landed hard on his side. His face twisted and eyes screwed shut. Get out of me! He snarled, banging the side of his shaved head with the palms of both hands. Mike swallowed. Oh no. He ran towards the two, but stopped halfway through between the two. Mike looked from Gia to Gorin, then back again before Gia. Hey, Gia, are you... Gia sat up, eyes wide. She held her hands out as her breath quickened. No, no, get away from me! She scooted back, waving her hands in front of her. Mr. Robinson, help! Mike dropped his sword and shield, grabbed Gia's shoulders. Gia! Gia! It's all right, kid. It's gone, whatever it is. Gia panted a few moments before swallowing. She looked to Mike, eyes wide. Mike, what happened? I was getting some equipment ready for laying pipes down. Then some thing appeared in my vision and started cackling about how humans were his kind of people. She screwed her eyes shut and shook her head. Then I'm here, and you're standing over me, and... Her eyes snapped back open as she looked to her left. Mr. Robinson! Mike helped Gina to her feet. She walked over to where Gorin still lay. Mike held his hand out to him. Mr. Robinson, you all right? You're back. You're anything? Gorin looked at Mike's contemplating hand over for a second, or his taking and allowing himself to be helped to his feet. Not exactly the treatment I want all the time, Mike, but thanks for knocking that thing out of me. He waggled his finger around Mike's chest. So that armor and sword and shield, that's what Princess Celestia gave you when you fought T-Rex a little over a year ago, right? Mike looked himself over before nodding. Yeah, figure wouldn't hurt, you know? Tina looked Mike over. Got a spare suit in your truck? She glanced over his shoulder in the general direction of the Rainbow Bridge, breath hissing lightly. I'm really not wanting to go through that again, ever. Mike's expression fell. Sorry, Tina. Celestia only made me the one to say it, unless I had something else for you or Mr. Robinson. Gorin shook his head. It's all right, Mike. Thank you for freeing us from Discord's magic. He looked around. I'm not sure what the rest of my employees are, or what happened to them. I know Gina and I were the ones closest to the Rainbow Bridge in Equestria. At least when all this went down. Mike nodded to him. I'll keep an eye out for anyone as I go deeper. He pointed his sword in the direction he came from. I recommend putting some distance between you and the Rainbow Bridge. Still see normal as Cade Yeager's house. He paused. Well, it's normal as it gets her here, right, at least. Gordon nodded to Mike. He walked over and placed a hand on Gina's shoulders. Come along, Miss Jefferson. I'll drive us down a ways from here. He looked to Mike. I know you're going to help your wife. No force in the universe could stop you. So we'll try to dissuade you from your course of action. He expressed it softened. Just be careful, Mike. You're a valuable asset to the company. Tia smiled. And a good friend. Gordon nodded to her. And a good friend, yes. Mike chuckled. That's the nicest thing you ever said about me, Mr. Robinson. He tossed his boss a salute before turning and making his way back to his truck. Fish-shaped blobs of wire swam around in pools of bluebirds. A bulldozer that Mike knew wasn't a transformer did a dance with a backhoe, while several animals with extended legs watched and held up scorecards. Other, even stranger activities transpired as he drove to the Rainbow Bridge, making him more than a little dizzy or confused. Since when can that still squeeze through the pipes that narrow? His gaze turned ahead to what was clearly Discord sitting on a throne, floating over a checkerboard pattern, splayed across the ground. Discord sipped a teacup, then tossed the tea over his shoulder. The liquid flowed into the shape of a bird before exploding to confetti. And once again, we are reminded of what this show, what the writers in later seasons forgot while writing Discord, and why he worked. Ah, Mr. Richards, Discord said, spreading his mismatched arms wide. How lovely it is to meet Megan's other half. He paused. Well, maybe her other quarter. Mike rolled his eyes as he slowed his truck down. He opened the door, but stopped and pulled out a set of earplugs from his glove compartment, slid down his ears just enough so they wouldn't fall out before exiting. Mike catches his sword and shield as he steps forward. What does he do to her? What did you do to Twilight and friends? Discord's eyes rolled about in their sockets, turning to dice. They fell back and he spat them out of his mouth, sending them at Mike. He landed at his feet. A bad roll of the dice, I'm afraid, Discord said, face dripping with sarcasm. Mike grunted. So, what are you doing here instead of screwing with Equestria? The dice vanished. Discord's empty eye sockets closed and opening, revealing eyes once more. Who says I'm not? He turned around, his light body corkscrewing about as he faced the Rainbow Bridge. Honestly, Mike, you humans can be so linear and three-dimensional sometimes. Embrace your inherently chaotic nature a bit more, kid. He vanished, reappearing on Mike's left. Ditch the armor. You must be roasting in it. Mike let out a yelp, shuffled to the side. He slashed at Discord, but the blade sliced through nothing but air. Him paused, spun about instead, missing Discord's serpentine misdirection by inches. Discord's body writhed about as he does. Mike's thrust. How rude! What did I do to you? Ugh, humans so violent and quick to anger. His eyes twinkled. No wonder that other Celestial wanted to turn you all into ponies. Mike stumbled a bit before regaining his balance. Oh, like we haven't heard that one 100 times before, Discord. He jabbed an arm and finger at Discord. Now what did you do to Megan? The Chronic was smirked. Oh, I simply had a tea party with her before attending to other business. He snapped his claws, and a crudely drawn picture of Megan appeared in thin air. He held up a stick-figure arm and hastily scrawled out a scroll appeared in a ball of hand. You'd be so proud of her. She's unlocking her true potential. His eyes gleamed. Or maybe not so proud as jealous. There was a pause before Mike lowered his sword and sealed. Jealous? My wife? Ha! I'm proud of her, you mean. She's done so much. Helped out so many. She's made the world a better place. 2 worlds, actually. This girl's eyes narrowed by the slightest bit. Of course, of course. He waved Mike off. Proud husband and all that. He leaned forward and stretched his body out towards Mike, making sure to keep out of range of Mike's sword. And if I was talking about having tea parties with pony princesses or founding nations, that would be one thing. What I mean by her true potential is what Queen Celestia did to her. Remember when she got turned into an alicorn? All that power? Mike slowly nodded. Well, it will help for the moochick a great body got sealed away. Well about it. Well, you humans have certain laws and fixes in nature. Some of them make me laugh. But one of them? A robe and a Mora hat appeared on Discord's body, while a tugboat flared to life next to him. Various tug drawings spun to life on the green surface. Matter and energy can't be destroyed, merely changed from one form to another. Now that, you kids got that one right, at least. Discord's robe and hat vanished. He had his claws together and bared his fangs in a rigid smile. Now, where do you think all that power Megan had went to? It wasn't destroyed or changed or anything, after all. Mike stared at Discord, slowly smiled and shook his head. I'll get it. You're trying to make me jealous. Hate my wife, mother of my kids. He tapped the side of his helmet. Not gonna happen, you bastard. I know you're kind. You'll talk and worm your way to my mind. And not me. Not a chance. Discord threw his arms to the air, along with his legs and arms and spleen. Oh, you think you're so special? Well, you're not. Megan, on the other hand, is. She's got all that power, and you don't think it'll change her? Corrupt her? I bet. Sorry, Discord, Mike said. I can see your lips moving, but I can't make out what you're saying. He waved his sword over his chest plate. I'll bet you can't do anything about it, because you haven't done anything to me since I got here other than talk. Even if I might play instead of, I don't know, making it turn into butter or something like that. Discord fire danced in Discord's eyes. You think you can really defeat me, even a portion of Discord, such as I am? Mike shrugged, his shoulder pads bouncing. You're not omnipotent. You're not really Discord, just a portion of him. And you at least think you could be harmed. You did something to my wife, and Daniel's at Plainfield, going through God knows what. I don't know what I got to do to you, but I'll be dead if I don't try. Oh, let's see, author's note. Gina and Gordon are based off of characters from Sesame Street. I knew it!